Hey everybody, it's Max Fro from Dex Fx Markets. In this segment, we're going to talk about our 1 hour signals and just give you a couple quick breakdowns of what everything is. Of course, we already know that the signals fire off once an hour, but what does that look like over on Nadex? Let's take a look. I've opened up my demo account, which everybody in the very beginning should be testing on demo. We can quickly see, like say, for example, for the Euro USD, that there are statement prices or statement categories, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Every hour, a new 2-hour position comes out. Now, 23 hours a day, 23 times a day, 12 times a day, really, for the 2 hours, comes out on several of the pairs. And I'll have a list in the description of this lesson on what pairs are which, okay? But the Euro USD is one of those pairs that fires off all day long. With a 2-hour expiry in here. So we know that we're going to have at least 23 opportunities to be able to trade the 1-hour trades. This is pretty good. Now, how do you justify which hour to get into? Well, with the Euro USD in this particular example, saying a sell at 11 a.m. Let's go back over to Nadex under the Forex binaries, click on Euro USD and have a look. Well, 10 to 12. The 12 would expire at 12 p.m., so the 11 a.m. expiry would not help us. So we need to find a 9 to 11. We'll click on that. Now, there's a lot of statements in here. And this usually creates that because there's a lot of movement in the market or what have you. And the market has moved quite a bit since the signal came out 10 minutes ago. Now, what we do is we take the Euro USD and we look at the 1036. Now, if I jump over, 1036 is not available. What do I do, Max? Well, you have to know which direction it is. Well, for doing a sell, we want to make sure that if on a sell side, we want to make sure that we're going higher on the price, not lower. Because if we go lower, there's more potential to lose. Remember, the success rate here on the right-hand side at 84%, or even if you scroll down and see the success rate, Euro USD, 86+%, 84% lifetime is very good. Now, if you try to choke into it, that's going to mess with that. So we want to make sure that we never choke into a trade, but choke out of the trade. Like on a buy, you would go lower. On a sell, you would go higher. I hope that makes sense. All right, so we can't go for 1036. We're going to go for 1038, and that's one right there. So we're going to simply just come over to the direction. And now, if it's a sell, it should be under bid. If it's an offer, it should be under. If it's a buy, it should be over offer. So I'm going to come over to 1036. I'm going to click on the sell or the bid side, and that's going to immediately put everything into a sell ticket for me under an order type called limit. Now, what this means is that you're going to be able to set your contract size, which just use one while you're testing. And then, of course, the price you want. We all know that on Nadex, when you're on the sell side, the price you put in is how much you're risking, or how much you want to make. So this would be $30. If I want to make less, $22, I can put in any number I want. Now, on the 1-hour trade system, we suggest putting in between $25 and $30. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put 25. Now, this will immediately tell you that you have a max loss of 75 and a max profit of 25. Now, do we think that it's going to come all the way up 38 pips? It still could in 49 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and place the order. Now, what this is going to do is that it's going to place the order down in a working order. I'm going to hit close. And what this means is that if the pair comes up far enough that somebody buys it at 25 or 75 risk for them, then they'll fill the order and it'll come up here to open positions. Now, sometimes this may not happen, so the fill rate might be a little different during high volatility or low volatility. It really depends. But we got 48 minutes to find out. Jumping back over, USD JPY, let's try that one. 107.81. Now, the USD is in a buy, so we have to make sure that we're on the right side. USD JPY. Again, 11 a.m. We're going to come down to the 9 to 11. Click on it. Let me double check that price over here. If you ever have a problem setting this up, going back and forth, here's another trick. On Chrome, if you grab the tab, you can pull the tab down and put it to the side, just like that. Let me see if I can get that to work there. There we go. I pull out one like that. And if I pull the other firm out, I can have it offset just like that. So I can go back and forth. If I want to, I can have it even just like that. Probably want to have the Nadex one to the right. You can even, on Chrome, take it all the way to the left as you select the window and have them both like this. This is probably better for some of you. Now, USD/JPY, 107.81 on the buy, 107.82. Now remember, on a buy, we want to go lower, not higher, since sometimes, even if it's just 1 pip, could mean the makings of a losing trade. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the 7.8. Now, here's the thing. There's a couple different ways that you can get to the end result here. You can click on the 107.82 here on this side, but you have to select which side you want to go with, the buy or the sell side. So since we're doing a buy, I'll click the buy side. We want to make sure that we have a limit order. A market order means that it's going to go in whatever price the bid or offer side is at that moment. So you have to be very careful. Now we're up about 15, 13 pips, so we're probably not going to get bought into this right away. So what we're going to do is use that 107.82. We're going to put one contract in. Now on this one, because we're on the buy side, we're going to be putting in what we risk. Now remember, if you want to make $25, you have to put 75 in there on the buy side. If you want to make $30, you'd have to put 70. You want to make $28. Are you getting it? That's right, 72. So very easy to see that if you make a mistake, you just put 72 or 145, and it doesn't let you do anything more than 100. Okay, if you want to make 9, you can kind of see where you only want to risk $9. This may never get filled. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just going to go ahead and put 25. Oops, sorry, let's do that the other way. 75, and that'll give me my max profit of $25. And I'll hit place order, and hit close. All right, now we got our 2 working orders on. Let's go look at our third. This is the USD CHF on the buy, 99.13. USD CHF at 11, 99.13 on the buy. Now 14's there. Again, we got to come down because it's on the buy. I'm going to click on that. Buy 1, 25, nope, 75, and hit place order. It should happen about that quick. Now, keep in mind, the more working orders that you put on, the more your reserve price gets taken out. That means that you only have the availability will go up and down at this point. Then once trades actually come on, you might want to think of taking other ones off if your balance isn't as high as mine in my demo account. If you have a live account with only a couple $100, taking out 228 of $500 would be 50% of your balance. Try to keep it down to about only 10% of your balance at any one time that you have a reserve in. If your reserve is really low, then if your balance is really low, don't worry about putting on a lot of trades. Stick with 1 or 2 pairs and just trade them consistently. Okay, so this is more or less on how to get into the signals. In future videos here, I'm going to show you some more strategic ways to be able to work with the numbers and the chart all together. Because remember, we have charts as well that show the particulars. And I'll make sure that we discuss on what all those strategies are behind the scenes. I'm Max. This is DexFxMarkets.com. I'll see you inside. And as always, trade well.